Namaste, beloveds. This is Valerie Ames, aka Mother with Wisdom, and this is the third video um, of this day, of this cycle and season of all this wonderful, juicy energy and wisdom and knowledge. And we're being told to ground ourselves in unconditional love. And like I said, this is the third portion of this download or transmission or receptivity of transforming and transmutating the energies. This portion is taken from the Alana Fairchild Isis Oracle deck, and the card that I was told to go get was the Key of Life, spinning the Ankh Key of Life. And I'm going to show this card to you. And it has a lot of messages to it for me. And I want you to see not only she's holding this Ankh to her back, like she's saying, go get what you left behind. And that is the retro, that is the Gemini message. That is the Sankofa message. And life and the key of life being unconditional love. And each of us being Isis and representing the ability to go back and get it. And let me just go forward with what the card says now, beloveds. Key of Life. Spinning the Ankh, the Key of Life. The Key of Life is the mysterious Ankh, the looped cross, held in the hand of Isis. This mystery is opening to you now. The Ankh portends new life being born through you now. It could be in a creative sense or in a physical sense, in terms of health, or even a child that wishes to be born, or a new project that needs to be created in service to humanity. And for me, it is the last, beloveds, because all of this activation is taking place for a reason for me. The new life being born in whatever form will enrich your life, bringing you more into wholeness and fulfillment. Let it happen. The Ankh comes as a blessing and confirmation that new life is seeking to express itself through you now, and encouragement that you allow this to occur. Something has started to be born through you at this time. See it through, beloved. Don't let it struggle to survive from lack of attention or care, or a belief that it will not be enough in any way, or it will be too hard to handle once it is created. And beloveds, that is so very powerful and so very personal to me, because it's been, I believe, some 10 or something years that I've been trying to get a specific rebirthing womb process started. And I've watched myself procrastinate. I've watched myself say, I'm not ready. I'm not good enough. I'm this, I'm that, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that, and I don't know nobody. And just a myriad of why nots. And so, once again, Mama is saying, Valerie, it's time. Valerie, it's time. And when you get that call, there's nothing you can do but answer, beloveds. And so, here we go. The Ankh says that life will prevail and your creation will come to pass. Do not give up your creative destiny. Stay with it. You are flowing in the right direction, and you have spiritual support from the unseen worlds. If you are unsure of what your creative destiny may be, or unaware of the exact nature of the new life being born through you now, remember that sometimes the creation will be a project or object, a relationship, or a new human life. Sometimes it is even a new way of thinking that is wise and heart-centered and will be available for others to draw nourishment from as an alternative to more destructive and addictive thought patterns which humans can struggle with from time to time. There is one creative process common to all of humanity, and that is the birthing of the soul, light, into form. Birthing of the soul, light, into form is one creative process common to all humanity. And that takes place through, like I said in the other two videos, that's through the foundation of unconditional love. No matter what other forms of life are being created through you now, the mystery of the Ankh reveals that you know for sure that you are growing spiritually at this time, to allow more of your soul light into your life. What this means is that no matter what the appearance of circumstance in your life right now, no matter whether you feel alive with creative flow, energized and happy, or whether you are in despair as your old world no longer brings you peace or seems to be falling away, your divine soul is behind it, and new life is emerging. It is safe to trust and allow this process to unfold. If you have drawn the oracle along with either the knot of Isis or the wings of Isis, then the new life is very deeply spiritual and will be highly transformative from the inside out. If you have drawn this oracle along with the life restored card, then you will have a very strong physical birth with changes in your health, physical world, or lifestyle that are more pronounced. Either way, it is safe to trust in the changes and that they serve your highest good. This oracle brings a special message to those on the creative path. If you have hit a blank page or dry well for inspiration, if you are encountering doubt in your ability to create and flow, do not despair. The Ankh promises fresh inspiration will return to you, and can be assured that just as the Nile floods filled with life after it has receded, so too will your creative flow soon return. Your creative days are not over. Your creative well will rise again, and you will feel youthful, energized, and hope and promise inspired to create. Whew. Okay. The ritual below will help you take you there, but you must also be patient and trust in your own creative and spiritual rhythms. You will need a paper and some colored pens or pencils. Allow yourself to choose whatever colors feel right for you and draw an Ankh similar to the one pictured, but large enough to fill at least an A4 page. You can draw it plain or patterned, but leave enough space to write within the loop at the top of the Ankh. When the Ankh is colored to your liking, you can write whatever dreams or awareness you have of the life that is seeking to be born through you, either in words or pictures, using the openness inside of the loop hook at the top of the Ankh as your sacred frame. If you are not sure what is happening, but have an idea of what you would like to give birth to, add that to your central image. It might be very detailed or very simple. What is most important is that there is a sense of love behind what you add, at the top of the Ankh. The empty space within the loop at the top of the Ankh is a psychic container for this ritual practice. It becomes the womb of Isis and will co-create with you the unfoldment of your highest destiny. What is in your heart is the seed of your highest destiny. The form of how it appears may change, but whatever it is that you love, loves you, and is seeking to come into life through your experiences in some way. This ritual deepens the conscious connection between the forces that are seeking to be born through you and your own awareness. Placing these forces within the womb of Isis in the Ankh brings psychic stability and spiritual protection to those creations, which will help them be birthed with greater ease, in fulfillment form, and with the most joy possible. If you wish to add uplifting pictures or drawings inside the inner circle, know that these will also be energized by the Ankh, by the strongest protection, but the strongest protection is within the loop. When you are finished with your task, you may like to place your picture in your journal or leave it in a sacred space where you can gaze at it after meditation or prayers, perhaps using the incantation below as your prayer, and enjoy the divine support for the life being born through you now. Incantation of the Ankh. You can say this incantation to bring protection and blessing to any project or endeavor, spiritual, material, or otherwise. And this is the incantation, or this is the prayer, or this is the words that you speak over it. This is the blessing that you're asking for. Cross of life, cross of light, protects me through the darkest plight. Held within the Isis womb, new melody of my soul tune. Safety held in the loop unbroken, till it's time for new life to break open. And that is that card, beloveds. And that is this reading. And that is going to do it for this series of videos. And I suggest you look at all three, because each has its own divine message. And each is given to you with unconditional love. And each is to expand that unconditional love into higher frequencies and into a deeper sense and conscious awareness of peace and our need for personal peace to be made with our understanding of unconditional love. And beloveds, a lot of times what I'm receiving and what I'm feeling is that peace has to be made with the stance of the separation that we have taken throughout our many incarnations as being separate, and of all the things that have manifested and materialized based upon our own willfulness. And in the forgiving of ourselves, peace happens, peace is born, a greater peace is born. And that greater peace will lead us deeper into unconditional love. And from that greater peace and that deeper unconditional love, we will learn that it is not up to human beings to judge other human beings. It is not up to human beings to say whether another human being is worthy or less worthy of the unconditional love of the Great Spirit of existence. It is not. And that is where we are headed. And the fact that all of this came up with the words, let's see how I wrote that, with the words, ultraviolet crystallized rainbow warrior. That was the visualization. And then activating the laws and judgments of unconditional love. And then the key of life, spinning the Ankh, the key of life. All of these are so interconnected. They are layers, they are foundations, they are the tools that's necessary to take us to the next level. The visualization and the activization and the affirmations are so powerful that when you sit with them and you immerse yourself in them, you'll see what you create. You'll see what the womb that you're connected to. And the ultraviolet lights are the lights that are unseen with the natural physical eyes, but exist, beloveds. And whether you choose to call those lights shadows or not, doesn't matter. All of them are lights. And all of them are used in the building. And the ultraviolet lights are the polarities of the regular lights. Okay, but they are very interwoven. And the fact that, once again, the term rainbow warriors, rainbow was given as a symbol and a sign of peace. And the fact that it's put together with the word warriors, or married to the word warriors, or in union with the word warriors, speaks of warriors of peace, peaceful warriors. The path of the peaceful warrior is peace. Okay? And you see that in all the as a child, I was born in 1965. I am 56 years old. As a child, I grew up watching Westerns. I grew up watching TV. I grew up listening to stories. I watched movies. Everything was about sides. The sides of good and bad, or good and evil, if that's what you want to call it. And the right side was the white side, or the white light. And the bad side, or the evil side, was always the men in black, so to speak. That's what they wore. That was their costume. That was the guise that they used. Now, if you understand the occult, you understand that black represents the hidden, the mystery, the unknown. And so when you have this light going and battling with that darkness, it is to reveal revelations of truth. It is to pronounce judgment. It is to make corrections. It is to join frequencies. It is to make bridges. I want you to think of all the shows that you saw and that you still see, where the law is corrupt. Whether it's corrupt lawyers, corrupt police, corrupt government officials, corrupt neighbors, corrupt gang members, corrupt doctors, corrupt teachers, And I want you to look at the judgment that corruption pronounces. And that when faced with truth, it lies, cheats, steals, denies. Nothing is new under the sun, beloveds. Everything that you see happening in front of you right now is to expand your conscious awareness of your own sense of self within the collective. Either you're going to side with the harmony and the frequency of the non-judgmental, peaceful rainbow warriors, or you are going to side with the individual second-born child who throws tantrums and is dissatisfied with everything and can never get enough unconditional love, no matter how much you give it. Everything in this construct, in this hologram, in this simulation, in this life, in this existence, is to help you determine your ability and your amount of unconditional love that you have to expand existence. That's it. Namaste, beloveds. Thank you for listening. Like I said, please pass this on. The visualization itself, please mention Motherhood Wisdom's womb of existence as its source. And your unconditional love and authenticity. Thank you.